I think I would not trade the lessons that our families learned or the things that my children have learned for anything. Money couldn't buy it. What we've learned here, or what we're taking with us, that I guess what's in our hearts, what we're taking in our hearts with us, that we'll have forever, I think.
The experience here, I think, teaches them in a very profound way how precious life is as they serve these little ones who don't have parents. They understand the importance of families. They understand how deeply you can love someone and hope for their success and happiness.
My heart, I said in Spanish, mi corazón es dividido. It's divided. You know, I have part of my heart in the United States with my family that's there, but part of my heart's here, and it will always be here. And those people will always, I'll never forget them. They'll always be with me.
I hope I continue to do things like this the rest of my life. Help kids and help other people that really are in need, and I'll notice that more.
I don't know anything about child development. I don't have any special skills, but just being able to love and take care of kids makes a huge difference in their lives. And I think that everyone has something to give, and people just need to realize that they really have talents and abilities to influence other people.
I think that's the most important, is that they know that they're loved from someone. Doesn't matter who it is.
Just that I love these kids, and you guys have to see them. They will be your life.
I love them. I may not have given birth to them. I may not be with them for my whole life, but they're my kids, and I love them so much.
I would say it's harder on the volunteers when they leave. When I left, it took about a month and a half when my life settled down and got into a routine again. And then I was an emotional basket case, and I was crying every day and just missing my kids so much because they felt like they were my kids. And then I felt like I just abandoned them when I came home. And that was really hard emotionally to take, because I loved those kids with all my heart. And I know that if I had gone down there and only helped one child, it was worth it, because that child was able to know that they were loved with all my heart. And so those kids are different because I loved them, but I'm different because they loved me and they let me love them. And that made all the difference.
Cuando he visto a las chicas trabajando en las guarderías, veo cómo tratan a nuestros niños. Absolutamente es amor, sino simplemente hablamos de seres humanos que necesitan sinceridad. Esa es una buena cosa que estoy tratando de entender y de promover para que todos los seres humanos seamos amigos y hermanos.
When we go in and working with these handicapped kids, these older handicapped kids, they will never be adopted. But if their lives can be a little bit more comfortable, a little bit better, then I think we've served our mission.
But we had no idea going down there that there was going to be support service from OSSO. We didn't know that OSSO would be down there, and we're feel forever lucky that OSSO was the orphanage we went to. Tremendous when we got there and saw this. I mean, there were OSSO. I mean, there was a good 8 or 10 OSSO volunteers when we would go to this orphanage. They're playing with the kids, just being with the kids, having fun with the kids. We think OSSO made a tremendous difference in Juan and the shape that he was in when we got him, and for that first year to have that kind of one-on-one care and have that sort of, it's really, you can't imagine these orphanages without that kind of help. I mean, there were 3 or 4 nuns at this orphanage, and there's probably 50 kids.
I always describe the process that we went through as this amazing mixture of chaos and fate, all mixed into one, because it seems incredibly chaotic and you don't know what's happening when, and you're trying to push it forward, and yet what happens is, in the end, you wind up with the child you're supposed to be with.
We can't thank OSSO enough.
Oh yeah.
And that doing that is just the most wonderful thing you can do. I mean, if you're looking to do good in the world, I can't imagine a better way to make a difference.
Yeah,
and real lives.
Yeah, This little guy is, like Paul said, every child is amazing in their own way, but he has such a spirit, and it kills me to think that that spirit could have been damaged along the way, and it wasn't. He came to us fully intact, and for that we're really, really grateful. Because then, you know, he keeps us on our toes.
One of the first orphanages we went to was in southern Mexico, and we had let, our neighbor was an elementary school teacher, and we'd let him know that we were going to go there, and that we were trying to collect shoes to take to the kids in the orphanages there. All the kids brought in mountains of shoes. Some of them were in too bad a shape to use. Some of them were brand new, had been purchased for that. One child came in carrying a 4-foot stuffed animal, stuffed dog. There was a pile of shoes and then a 4-foot stuffed animal. And the child said with tears in his eyes, "I really wanted to help, but I only have one pair of shoes." And I can't remember what the name of the dog was. I love this dog, and I know that it'll help somebody. And the teacher said, "I know you don't have room to take a 4-foot stuffed animal down on the plane," but I couldn't tell this child no. And so we tried our best to find a good home for that dog, because some child who didn't have shoes to give gave the most precious thing in their life. And I think there's so many people who, if they knew that they could go and serve, if they knew that what they were giving was going to help the kids, people will give.
Empty eyes with no more tears to cry, turning heavenward toward the light, reaching hands with nothing to hold on to, but hope for a better day, a better day. Can you hear the prayer of the children?